My dear transporters, today I want to discuss a very important issue with all of you. In fact, with every Indian who is involved in trade and commerce and business activities. The subject is e-way bill, how it is making the life difficult for every businessman, not just the transporters, every businessman who is involved in the business. I'll share some examples with you. There is one case in which a import consignment was cleared from JNPT Mumbai and it was moved by the truck. By mistake, the part B was not filled up with the truck number, and it was immediately after the movement intercepted by the officers, and they said the e-way bill is not complete, there is no part B details filled up, hence this is subject to penalty, and a heavy penalty and huge amount of in lakhs was imposed on that. Now friends, everybody knows in an import consignment the GST is paid by way of IGST before the movement itself. So there is no possibility of any kind of violation. Yet this happened. In another similar incident, a consignment was cleared on a Saturday evening from a CFS. The next day was Sunday, hence the truck had to wait somewhere for the whole day. On Monday early morning, the truck started to move to the destination somewhere nearby. It was intercepted by the officers. They said your e-way bill is expired, and hence there is a huge amount of penalty, and that was imposed on the truck, though the GST was prepaid. There's another event from South. One of the top 10 manufacturing companies of India, they dispatched a heavy machine through one of the reputed transport companies. The machine was heavy, loaded on a truck, and there was a breakdown at the night. The machine was shifted to another vehicle. Unfortunately, in the shift process, the second vehicle's number was not updated in the e-way bill. Though the machine was same, invoice was same, these machines have serial numbers. There is no scope of any duplication. Yet the transport company was slapped with a huge amount of penalty. In Northeast, we have come to know, one of the members have informed us, now, GST officers have started raiding the godowns. Now they are visiting the godowns to check whether any e-way bill expired goods are in the stock, which will be there because the customers do not collect the goods for long periods, weeks, months. So it is impossible to extend each and every e-way bill every day because an extension is allowed for 24 hours only. Many people are facing the issues with these officers. Kisan Rally, the whole country, in fact, the whole world now knows about the Kisan Rally, how it stopped the entry points of Delhi. Many vehicles were stranded at some location or the other, their e-way bill expired. They were also not spared on this genuine ground also. They have been imposed with the penalty. The crux of the discussion is, what is this? Is it some kind of compliance? Is it some kind of taxation? Or is it a tax terrorism which is going on? How can all the logics be put aside and collection of penalty is going on? This is atrocious. The transport industry is not in a position to handle this. Not just the transport industry, but because the heat first comes on the transport, and then the heat will transfer to the consignees, because ultimately the material belongs to them. GST responsibility is theirs. Now, what are these provisions which is making it difficult? The government wants us to complete a trip with 200 kilometers in a day. 200 kilometers is doable, not difficult. But government is not considering all possibilities of delays prior to the commencement of the trip and after arrival of the goods at the final go down, or maybe during the trip in the form of a transshipment. Now, the famous hub and spoke model, the e-way bill does not recognize any of these. Eway Bill does not believe in a hub and spoke method. Eway Bill calculates the distance from one pin code to another, that is from the consigner to the consignee, and calculates the distance. Whereas a hub and spoke system may be 50% extra distance involved, a location which is not in the route, that is also not allowed in the e-way bill. And if your e-way bill is defective, if it has expired, then status is that it is illegal now to run that vehicle with the goods. Running or standing both is illegal. So what should a person do? No method is given to a transporter or anybody how such a situation can be handled. It is left to the mercy of the officers who will intercept the vehicle, and they will slap huge amount of penalties. Now, what kind of penalties are involved? Penalty in such a situation where a e-way bill is not okay for them or it has expired. In case the consigner or consignee, they appear in to the department and try to clear their material, they have to pay the GST amount 100% as the tax and 100% amount as the penalty on that. That means 200 of the tax amount. If the consigner consignee, they don't want to come in front and they leave everything to the transporter, the department assumes that the transporter is doing a crime and there is no consigner or consignee in the picture. In such a situation, the 100% value of the invoice is the penalty for the transporters. Now imagine what could be the value of a consignment. It can be anything from 10 lakhs to 1 crore or maybe more, because our freight is not connected to the value of the goods. Our freight is connected to the weight and the distance. Though we have no connection with the value of the goods or the GST involved in that, yet the penalty on a transporter will be 100% of the value of the goods. I don't know what is happening. The industry is going to be killed gradually with this process. Budget provisions have made little more changes, and now I presume that consigner consignees tax responsibility is raised, that it is a 200% penalty only and not the tax, and that is not deductible in income tax, neither for the consigner nor for the transporter. So we are like living in a banana republic, and this kind of laws cannot be allowed to continue. To express our concern, to express our anguish, to express our anger, the transport industry, the association, All India Transporters Welfare Association, popularly known as AITWA, has declared a Bandh of a day, a full day Bandh on 26th of February, right from morning till night. There should not be any activities of the transportation, booking of the goods, loading, unloading of the goods, movement of the trucks, nothing should happen. And we are not alone. The other side of the trade, that is the consigners, consignees, have also joined in this. The Confederation of Indian Trades, CATE, Confederation of All India Traders, is with us, and they are also moving with their strength, and they are also keeping their markets closed. So hence the commerce will be almost zero on that day. I request each and every concerned person to please pay full attention to this subject. We are in a difficult situation. Industry is in a very difficult position. Government should listen to us. We are not out to harm the economy of the country. We are not supporting the tax evaders. We want to do our business. We want to help the government if we can in plugging the evasion of tax in any form. That is the prayer to the government. Our Bandh is a peaceful Bandh, and we don't want any disturbance anywhere. Nobody will do any disturbance, that is assured. And I request every citizen of India to take a note of the situation and support us, please. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.